What is it? Hello and welcome to The Essential Gamer. You're watching What Is It with me, Lee, and what it is Cards of the Dead. Dead cards. So Cards of the Dead is a deck building roguelike? I don't know which one it is, I don't really care, but it's one of those games that you play through once and then you die and you have to start again. Based in the world of The Walking Dead, roughly, like an offshoot, sort of like a little version of The Walking Dead. There is a guy called Rick, I believe, or it's like Dick Stanton or whatever it is. I can't remember what his name is. But basically, you play through the story of waking up in a zombie apocalypse, and you have to make your way out. And there's a semi-interesting background story about the chap that you're playing, and there's a couple of characters that you open up later on. But basically, you start with one guy in a bid to make your way through this apocalypse. It is fairly standard deck building type stuff, but it's not cards that you keep. You end up having one-time use cards. They could be weapons, they could be items, they could be other things that will help you around the world, and you unveil the cards that are laid out in front of you. So it's more find the right route. I mean, you can generally open up every single card on screen, but these affect your ability to stay alive in various ways. So you've got your zombie cards, you've got your weapon cards, you've got your item cards, and all that jazz. Tied to this is the constant need to apply an antidote to the presumably airborne virus which is murking everybody. And you've also got your health to manage, as well as simple things like armor. Food heals health, antidote heals the virus, and body jackets, bulletproof vests, that sort of thing, are what do your armor. Fairly simple, fairly easy. Which is good, because the game is brutal. It wants to beat the shit out of you at all times. You'll unearth some sort of horrible beastie and that thing will kick the shit out of you, and then you're going to get in trouble. For every card that you play in the game, you will lose a bit of your anti-serum, antidote stuff. If it gets down to 0, we turn into a zombie and then it starts affecting your health. At that point you need to apply a medkit, and a medkit will heal everything. Food, medkits, medicines, very important. Literally won't be able to do things without them. You can look ahead to see what you're going to get. You can find helpful items and that sort of thing, and there's skill cards that generally help you along the way. But really it is a crapshoot. It is total roulette as to whether you get a card that you need. Sometimes you will be pinned into dead ends, really, where you're just going to die because you can't find the items you need. Cards of the Dead doesn't really want to be nice to you. It really wants you to suffer and be relatively miserable. It's kind of a realistic RPG in that sense. But the deck building side of it may not appeal to people who enjoy more traditional deck builders, like something like Slay the Spire, just because it's very random. While there are some nice effects and some nice on-screen animations and things like that, it fails to really tickle the deck building need that I have. The randomness of it all and the absolute non-stop brutality, I think, will be a little bit too much for some people who just want to try and get anywhere in this fucking game. So Cards of the Dead is a fairly competent deck building roguelike RPG, whatever you want to call it. It's good for a couple of games. If you can get into it, you will actually have some success. You'll manage to build up a relatively good set of cards that you can use, and you'll know which ones are useful and which ones aren't. It's got too much chance for me personally. If you fancy a quick zombie-inspired card deck builder, then you can't really go wrong with it. If you want something that's going to make you feel good when you play it, this is not that game. It's not that game. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful to you, please do like with a thumbs up. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more stuff like that, please consider subscribing to the channel. We make more gaming nonsense every week. If it hasn't been helpful to you, please tell me why. Leave a comment and let me know what I did wrong, and I will make sure that I've packed some serum, some antidote, just for you, so that I am not in any way affected by your bullshit. Until next time, you've been watching The Essential Gamer. This is What Is It? My name is Lee. You are a gamer, so keep gaming, gamers. Because if you don't keep gaming, then there's no games to game. Gamers.